Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a 1v1 here between NameSatchel here in the blue. Thank you, Radion. Playing as the Malians, and Michaelpick in the orange, playing as the Mongols. They've got their OG colors, but they have very off-brand civs. So I'm pretty excited to see what the result here is going to be. Going to be a little quieter, because we're watching this live in Discord. So we're just gonna kind of watch and see how it unfolds. And then I'll mute and comment on crazy stuff if it happens.
Oh crap.
So I'm muted again. We're actually live right now, so I'm not. There's no spectator delay here. This is absolutely live at the same time. If they say something about what happens, it's on screen. It's not delayed.
Oh my word, are you kidding me?
Whoops. So I'm going to mute to note this. I was curious how Michaelpick would play this, but definitely going really quick feudal age as is possible with the Mongols. So they benefit from pulling deer immediately, pulling boar immediately, because they have extremely fast hunt, 40% faster hunt. So it allows them to get up to feudal age extremely quickly. And in some cases, that can translate into a really fast castle age, which means Mongols can get to cav archers, they can get to the Mangudai from the castle really early, or even, you know, scorpions, some other siege unit. But they can also go for scouts really early. So if he goes farms here, we're gonna see what he's deciding on pretty early. Once these sheep are fully harvested, we'll see whether he goes for scouts or whether he's gonna go like full wood and gold and enough food to make villagers, but mostly wood and gold for archers, cav archers, or castle and Mangudai maybe, or if he's going for scouts. Looks like a stable's coming down and he's on berries. So yeah, double stable, blacksmith. This does look like it's going to be scouts. Muting again. So militia coming out here. Malians get a pierce armor bonus in feudal, castle, and imperial age. So that's going to be beneficial if he wants to kind of get up under the town center early, or if Michaelpick tries to go into Mangudai or cav archers. That'll help these units quite a bit. But even though they do get champion, they don't get all the way up to the 3rd melee upgrade. So curious to see if he looks like he's starting with infantry, obviously, but I'm wondering what he might transfer to. The Malians have a pretty full tech tree outside of their infantry bonuses.
Goodness, Schaefer.
So NameSatchel going up to feudal age, but he is on 27 villagers, so a very deep dark age for militia, but even though it would be useful for if he wants to go straight to castle, this is going to set him back because of just how fast the Mongols were able to get up to the feudal age, get scouts out. Militia are early units, but because they're Dark Age, they're just so weak. Even 5, not able to bring down a palisade wall very quickly, as they only deal 4 damage. They only really deal 2 damage actually per hit against the palisade wall. So once Man-at-Arms hits, that's going to make a big difference. And especially if NameSatchel is able to get more units out on the field, including some pikes, hopefully, because he sees that Michaelpick's definitely going scouts here. And doesn't look like it's stopping yet.
My word.
Loom coming in for NameSatchel. This could be a little too too late, because now we're seeing gold and wood protected by this tower. So unless NameSatchel decides to go through the top of the base, tries to pressure farms maybe, which is definitely, look at how fast these things going down. Even just going up to Man-at-Arms just makes such a huge difference. It's twice as much damage against the palisade wall effectively. Michaelpick trying to quick call, not able to pull it off though. So we're gonna see some pressure here. Gonna see some Vil kills. No Loom on these guys, so they're gonna get hurt pretty bad. But again, that's kind of it. Michaelpick has this really unique base situation, which honestly is pretty strong. It allows him to use the town center to his advantage. Since the tower's there,
Oh my word, Schaefer.
that's gonna be another problem. Another stable coming out, so definitely commitment here.
Say that a lot. Right.
Commitment here to the scout line from Michaelpick, who's on his way up the Gas Hill Age. This damage early, I keep muting and talking, but this damage early to NameSatchel honestly might be his undoing. Really want to see what NameSatchel can pull out here, but this town center cover fire, this setup is just so strong from Michaelpick, and the economy lead, the age lead. Bloodline's not coming in, so we can expect more stable upgrades, I'm sure, once Castle Age hits for Michaelpick. So if NameSatchel doesn't move to more spearmen, could get pretty dangerous for him. I will say, with this many, what I would say to NameSatchel is just See the tower. Ignore the tower. Fight the tower. Just go straight for it. Absolutely, just go straight for it. If he's aware of murder holes, he knows the town center's not going to be able to help. There's no other units there that are going to be able to help. Villagers are going to go down. And the watchtower will go down too. This is huge. This is really, really big from NameSatchel. This is exactly what he needed. Lots of villager kills. We've now got a Vill lead. NameSatchel's got to watch these units though. Watch back up. Get them to the tower, or else you're going to lose all of them. And honestly, this Pierce armor is helping him quite a bit. They're not dying quite as quickly as they might normally. But down to 1. Step Lancers now coming out from Michaelpick. This is a really, really strong Mongolian unit. I guess I'll just stay muted. I keep unmuting as if I'm gonna say something to them, and then realizing that I am not. I'm just trying to be quiet, so I'm just gonna stay muted. These units are really strong. They're strong light cav, basically. They're like medium cav, if you will. Still low armor, like light cav, but they deal more damage, and they reach. So they have extra reach. So in groups, Step Lancers are extremely powerful units. Loom though for NameSatchel is going to help a lot here. I mean, this 1 Step Lancer, even 2, it's not necessarily going to be a huge issue for him. He's going up to Castle Age. This is good. And he's got some units at home to be able to fend off these Step Lancers. No production back home for Michaelpick, and now there's a villager lead with NameSatchel going up to the Castle Age. Sorry, not villager lead, but the villager lead is gone, essentially. And NameSatchel is going up to the Castle Age. So once he hits this, you could see a pretty even matchup. It does help. It does help, and that's a really good garrison, but I mean, even 2 makes a big difference. That's 10 damage from both. Even with the armor, villagers will go down pretty quickly from that. Now these aren't knights, so they don't have the armor that knights get, and so even spearmen, especially pikemen, they're going to be even more useful against Step Lancers than if it were just if it were knights. But the Siege Workshop coming in for Michaelpick. We're probably going to see some more vills go to gold here pretty soon for him as well, because he's going to need to have gold to make Step Lancers, as well as probably a ram or a mangonel here from this Siege Workshop. Camels as well. That's big. That is really, really big. 1's not going to be enough, but massing up camels is the answer here for NameSatchel. See how they're they're able to attack from a little bit of a distance? Yeah, that's brutal. That's really brutal. They're all able to attack the same unit, generally speaking. So it hurts real bad when Step Lances are grouped up. NameSatchel, I'm gonna be honest, he picked up Trade Cart as well. Hand cart. That's 500 resources. That's a lot of resources spent on that upgrade this early. And yes, he's under a bunch of pressure, but even the more reason, I think, to spend those resources on something else. That's a lot of food and wood. That's a lot of pikes, for example, that he could make. That's another barracks he could make, etc., etc. Second Siege Workshop. What to say? Second Siege Workshop coming in for Michaelpick, who's Only queuing up 3 scorpions. And is making step lancers. Again, 1 camel is not enough here. You gotta make sure you're not trickling against these units. They are light cav, they don't have a bunch of armor, but they are so strong. And fast. And tankier. So Mongols get a light horseman with extra HP, quite a bit extra HP in Castle and Imperial Age. 1-on-1 though, it looks like the camel's going to be able to take that fight. So if NameSatchel is able to mass up some camels, camels will be able to fight against scorpions. They'll be able to deal with step lancers. It's going to help them a lot. But this economy lead is brutal at this point. 47 is 24. Step lancers have been able to raid enough villagers down that NameSatchel is going to have to come back from quite a deficit to be able to pull something out here.
Good gracious.
GG's.
No, GG's. Guess I